Assalamu alaikum. I am Hamidul Islam, lecturer, Department of Building Engineering and Construction Management, Khulna University of Engineering and Technology, KUET. If you want to contact with me, just mail to me with hamidckuet@gmail.com. However, we are introducing our first class, construction techniques and equipments 1. Let's start. Course code BECM 2104, construction techniques and equipments 1. Credit of 1.5, contract hours 3 hours per week. Book reference, just one book with your collection, Building Construction by Sushil Kumar. If others is necessary, then I will inform you, and you can get help with internet. However, this is the syllabus: introduction, types of building, components of building, design, loads, frame structure, load bearing wall structure. This is the introduction part of our lecture. However, components of building, design, loads, walls, beam, column, everything in this course curricula we have to try discuss about the all lectures. And the second one, foundations, shallow foundation, deep foundation, site exploration, bearing capacity of soil, standard penetration test. And third one, brick masonry, types of brick, bonds in brickwork, supervision of brickwork, brick laying tools, defects and strength on brick masonry, typical structure in brickwork, load bearing, non-load bearing walls, cavity walls, partition walls. This part, introduction, foundations and brick masonry, may be conducted by me, Hamidul Islam. And others part, that is lintels and arches, this is conducted by Mr. Ariful Islam, lecturer, Department of BECM. Lintel and arches, different types of lintels and arches, loading on lintels, construction of arches. Stairs, different types of stairs. Floor, ground floors, upper floor, roofs and roof coverings. Then formwork, then plastering and interior finishing, pointing, and the last painting, distemper and whitewashing. So we are introducing with building. What do you mean by building? Building can be defined as a structure broadly consisting of walls, floors and roofs, bounded to provide cover space for different uses such as residence, education, business, manufacturing, storage, hospitalization, entertainment, worship. That means a building is the structural function which consists of walls, floor and roofs, and which constructed for the purpose of residence, education, business, manufacturing, storage, hospitalization, entertainment and worship. The method adopted for construction and choice of material to be used in building depends upon a number of factors like character of occupancy, location of site, climate, local materials and parts available. That means the construction and construction type and construction materials on which the building construction may depends on such characters like occupancy, location of site, climate, local materials and parts available. And from this point of view, the building design may vary. That is load bearing capacity, soil load bearing capacity, and this is the factor on which the building construction and choice of material may be adapted. Normally all buildings are constructed according to drawings and specifications prepared by building engineers and architects. That means building may construct on the basis of engineers specification and architect drawings. Each area has prescribed building bylaws, that means building code. Bangladesh, in perspective of Bangladesh, that means Bangladesh National Building Code, which as abbreviated as BNBC, to which buildings must conform and building details. That means on a specific area, building construction may depends on such in specific characteristics, height of the building, width of the building, foundation details, height of door, window, opening space, floor space, open space ratio, and every factors may considered by building bylaws, which is called building code. And now types of building, depending upon the characteristics of occupancy or the type of used buildings are classified as residential buildings, second educational building, institutional building, assembly building, business building, mercantile building, industrial building, storage building, and ninth hazardous building. First, residential building. This shall include one or two private dwellings, apartment house, flat, dormitories, or hotels. That means private in private sector apartment house is called residential building. And second, education building. That means the building which is used for educational purpose, such as a school, college, daycare purpose, involving assembly for instruction, education, and recreation. Third, institutional buildings. This shall include a building or part of a building which is used for purpose such as medical or other treatment or care of persons suffering from physical or mental illness or disease, care of infants, patients, or aged person for penal or custody, in which the freedom of entry is restricted. So, institutional building is a which building is a building on which purpose of mental or other patients may care in this building, care of infants, aged person, and for penal or custody person, which is called which is in which the freedom of entry is restricted. And fourth, assembly building. Assembly buildings means recreational, amusement, social, religious, periodic, civil travel, similar purposes. That means theatre, museums, skating rinks, gymnasium, dance halls. That means a building or part of building in which peoples may gather for recreation purpose, religious purpose, periodic, and civil travel, etc. And fifth, business building. This shall include any building or part of a building which is used for transaction of business, for keeping accounts and record for similar purpose. That means city halls, town hall, courthouses, library. Business building means is a building used for transaction of business, for keeping accounts. That means bank building, and records for keeping that means library, for keeping books and records of the books. This is the business building. And sixth, mercantile building. This shall include any building or part of building which is used as shop, stores, market, for display and sale of mercantile, either wholesale or retail. That means mercantile building is a building on which shops or stores or market of goods, and for marketplace, either wholesale or retail. Industrial building. This shall include any building or part of a building or structure in which products of materials of all kinds and properties are fabricated, assembled, or processed. Example: refineries, gas plants, mills, dairies, industries, etc. That means a building in which all kinds of goods and their properties assembled and processed, such as gas plants, mills, dairies, industry, is called industrial building. And storage building, on the basis of the name, that the storage purpose which building is used, is called storage building. This is the building or part of building primarily for the storage of sheltering of goods or products, like warehouse, cold storage, transit sheds, garages, hangars, rain storage plant. This is called storage building. And number 9, hazardous building. This shall include any building or part of a building which is used for the storage, handling, manufacturing, or process of highly combustible explosive materials or products. That means hazardous building is building which is perfect for disaster purpose, and highly explosive materials which contain highly explosive materials, that means storage, handling, manufacturing or processing of highly combustible explosive materials, that is highly combustible materials, which combustible materials in which building this is called hazardous buildings. And this is the end of the class, and thank you very much.